Hey everybody, Simistic this here, and it's very early in the morning. I'm about to head out once again to the Quakertown Farmers Market. Very excited about getting out there. I'm sure I'll find some great deals. I always come home with some fantastic finds. But on the way out there, I'm going to hit up some yard sales. Saw a few signs this week, also looked in the newspaper, saw there are a few yard sales on the way out there. So definitely going to hit those up. But better than all of that, once again, the great guys and girls at Video Bonanza asked me to stop on in and pick myself up 5 more free VHS tapes. Love when they do that. Those guys are super, super nice. So if you're ever in the Quakertown, Pennsylvania area, definitely stop into the Quakertown Farmers Market. Hit up Video Bonanza. They got lots of great video games, lots of great movies. I assure you will love the store. You won't be disappointed. So let's head out to the Quakertown Farmers Market and see what I get. So the first yard sale I stopped at was actually a pretty decent yard sale. As you can see, a lot of videotapes, a lot of DVDs. Definitely had to pick this one up. They wanted only $1 for it. The Gone with the Wind VHS set. Already had that same exact set on Betamax, so I really wanted to get it on VHS as well, just to have the collection. I think it looks great. They also have some DVDs that I were going to pick up, but unfortunately they were scratched. One right here being the Disney Princess Christmas of Enchantment. It was scratched, and also right there, Balto, unfortunately, scratched as well, so I had to pass up on those, unfortunately. But at least I got that great Gone with the Wind set. This yard sale was great. Picked up Sex Lies videotape for $1, and then right here, 30 Rock Season 1, they wanted $5 for it. Talked them down to $2. That was a steal. Great, great haul. Unfortunately, nothing here. They wanted $2 a piece, as you can see, for their DVDs, but nothing good, nothing I didn't already have, so pass on that. This was pretty cool, the Notebook. I think they wanted like $10 or $20 for it. It was brand new, never opens. Already had the Notebook on DVD, although that was a really cool set. And there's Snorlax right there. Love Snorlax. This person here, obviously, as you can see, 2 for $5 or $3 a piece, but unfortunately nothing I needed to get. He did have all the earbuds though, but I'm not a big fan of earbuds, so I passed on this, unfortunately. But it was a good deal if there was anything in here I actually needed to get. Then finally, we made it to Quakertown Farmers Market, and the first person that came up here, the first stand, nothing I really wanted to get. Thought that looked maybe interesting, but ended up passing on it. The next stand here, a bunch of VHS tapes. Unfortunately, once again, nothing I really had any interest in. A lot of that today. A lot of looking through bins of stuff that I had no interest in whatsoever. Then I came across another little stack here of DVDs. Again, nothing I needed to get in here. These After Dark Horror Fest titles, I always think I'm picking them up, but I pass on them. I'm not sure if they're any good or not. Maybe one of these days I'll actually have to get one and see if they're any good. Thought about getting this right here, Moonlighting. Would have loved to have gotten them, but the guy wanted too much for them. I think he wanted like 15 a piece or like 10 a piece, something like that, which, you know, isn't a horrible deal, but for something I wasn't dying to get, I wasn't going to pay that much for him, so I passed on him. But the guy was actually pretty excited to find out that I actually knew what that show was. Unfortunately, nothing else really great in here. I mean, just a bunch of random titles, stuff I already had or just didn't want. I think he wanted like $3 a piece for his title, so, you know, not a bad deal, but unfortunately, like I said, nothing I needed to get. And once again, I hate when people stack their titles like this. It's just, you know, the fact that I had to look through them like that. If they were on their side, I would have looked through them, you know, forever ago, but now that I have to pick each individual one up just to look through them, it's such a pain. At least he could have done his turn to the side so I could have just looked at them really quick. Sort of like this, but not everybody does that, unfortunately. But like I said, nothing in here I needed to get. He had a bunch of titles, you know, a decent little stack of titles here, but nothing I had any interest in. Then once again, came across some more VHS tapes, lots of Disney clamshells, but none of these I needed to get, already have what I need. But I did pick up that title right there, Raising Cain, had it on VHS, definitely need to get myself a DVD copy, so very glad to pick that one up. And once again, some more VHS tapes. Lots and lots of VHS tapes at this flea market. But they did have some decent soundtracks in here. $1 CD, that's what I pay for my soundtracks. I don't pay any more than $1 unless it's something I really, really want. So $1, had to look through here and found some good stuff, actually. The soundtrack to 54, that's volume 2, actually. Also found right there the soundtrack to Beverly Hills Cop. That I was really excited about. And the Mario Brothers soundtrack, which I actually had to pass on because it was scratched, unfortunately. But for $1 a piece, those were a good deal. Now this guy here, as you can see, his titles are a little sun-faded. He's obviously had them for a little while. But he only wanted $1 a piece for these. So, sun-faded or not, I had to look through them because For $1, I can deal with a little bit of sun fading on the artwork. I mean, I would obviously prefer it not to be sun faded, but for $1 a piece, definitely had to look through his collection, and I found some great titles. And for $1 a piece, they were a steal. I picked up Stealing Harvard, Broke Down Palace, No Mercy, Invincible, He Got Game, and The Octagon. Again, for $1 a piece, an amazing deal right there. Then another little stack here, DVDs that I did not need. Some good titles, but again, nothing I needed. And here you go, another guy stacking his titles, making it impossible for me to look through. I hate this so much. Didn't buy anything off this guy. There was nothing in there I needed to get. I think he wanted about like $2 a piece or $3 a piece for his titles, which was a good deal, but again, nothing I needed. And this guy here, his prices were a little bit ridiculous. You can see some of those VHS box sets are marked way too much. He just wanted a bit too much for some of his stuff, so I had to pass on this guy's table. He had some interesting titles though, just way too much. And of course he has to stack his titles, which is really nice. He did the Hills Have Eyes too, already had that though, but that would have been a good buy. I think he only went $3 for it. And then we have the Wolfman. Thought about picking him up. They wanted $1 for him. Probably should have got him. He's pretty cool looking. And then we get into some more DVDs. But unfortunately, some more DVDs that I did not need. Nothing in here I needed to pick up. And hey, what do you know, some more DVDs. Didn't really pick up too much from this guy. I did get one title from him though, something I was definitely looking for. And that's right there, The Odd Couple. That I picked up off this guy, but that was it. He had nothing else that I really had any interest in, unfortunately. And then once again, some more DVDs, but wait till you see this one. And it keeps going and going and going. This guy had a ton of DVDs. But believe it or not one single title I needed to get. I could not believe it. I've bought stuff off him before, but not a single title in all those that I needed to get. Definitely a bummer. And then once again, some more DVDs, but once again, nothing I needed to get. You may remember this table from last time I was at Q-Mart. This is the guy with the horribly destroyed VHS cases. Obviously, I passed up on his table. And then some more VHS tapes and this Despicable Me set, but passed up on those. Didn't need anything from in here. Another table, some DVDs and VHS tapes. Once again, nothing I needed to get. It's just something I've been noticing more and more. The more titles I buy, the less titles I find that I need, unfortunately. And $2 DVDs. Love the sound of that, but wasn't really much of anything in here I needed as well, unfortunately. And then some more VHS tapes, but unfortunately some more VHS tapes that, yet again, I didn't need to pick up. I believe I've actually picked through this guy's titles once before. And then on to some more DVDs. Not a big stack, and unfortunately, nothing I needed to get. They did have a bullwhip there, that was pretty cool. Nothing in here I needed either, unfortunately. And some Blu-rays here, which were $4 a piece, a great deal, but I didn't really necessarily need to get those on Blu-ray. I already have them on DVD, and that's good enough for me. Another little stack of DVDs, but nothing in there. And some more VHS tapes, but once again, nothing. Then we come into some DVDs and some VHS tapes here, I believe. Nothing I needed to get in the way of DVDs, but right there, definitely had to pick up You're in the Super Bowl, Charlie Brown. That is very rare, very hard to find, so very excited about that. Got it for $1. That was a steal. Then I came across some laserdiscs and some CEDs. This guy wanted $10 a piece. I was not paying that. These here are just laserdiscs that feature, I believe, music and scenes of like winter and fall and all the seasons in Japan or something like that. Didn't need to get those. There was one CED I really wanted to get though. This guy had, and that was right here. It was the Swiss Family Robinson he actually had right there. Swiss Family Robinson on CED. Would have loved to have gotten that, but not for $10. So then I finally made my way inside to Video Bonanza. Once again, they offered me up 5 free VHS tapes. The guys are great there. Absolutely love Video Bonanza. So I had to pick up a few titles from here. First one I picked up was Sound of Music. Brand new, never opened. Definitely had to grab that. They got in a bunch of new VHS tapes, which was great. They keep getting them in all the time, and every time they get some in, they call me up and say, stop in, get some free VHS tapes. So I always do. As you can see, the store's huge and full of some great titles. The second title I picked up was Rooskies, complete blind buy, but it looked really interesting, and the lady at the front counter actually said it was really good, so definitely had to pick that one up. In this movie here, I almost didn't get. The wife actually spotted this, and that was Paternity, starring the great Burt Reynolds. Not available on DVD, so very happy the wife actually spotted that one. Then I grabbed Hype, and this looks great. I've always wanted to see this movie. I've never checked it out, so very excited to come across that. I'm a big grunge rock fan, so that's going to be a great watch. Then the next title I already have on CD, but really wanted to get myself a VHS copy as well because it's not available on DVD, and that was Scandalous. Haven't watched it yet, but definitely looking forward to checking that one out. So here's all the titles I got again. Sound of Music, Rooskies, Paternity, Hype, and Scandalous. All for free from the great guys at Video Bonanza. Absolutely love them. So that's it, guys. That was my shopping experience at the Quakertown Farmers Market. So let's take a look at everything I got and see how much I paid for it. Hey everybody, Simistic this here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today I got a ton of great stuff to show you. Lots of DVDs, lots of VHS tapes, because today I headed out to the Quakertown Farmers Market. Got a lot of great stuff there, but on the way out there, hit up a few yard sales, got some great stuff there as well, so let's take a look at what I got. The first yard sale I stopped that I grabbed, Gone with the Wind. Got this for only $1, this here being the VHS set. Very excited to get this. I love how this set looks, comes in this great box, both tapes are in here. Looks fantastic. But best of all, I also have this same exact set on Betamax. It looks exactly like this, except it just says Betamax on the side. That's the only difference, but I'm very excited to get this because now I have both the Beta and the VHS sets. They're going to look great in my collection. For $1, this was a steal. And the second yard sale I stopped at, I grabbed myself two titles, and the first one for only $1 was Sex, Lies, and Videotape. A movie that I've thought about getting for a while now. I've heard good things about this over the years. I do come across this every so often, but I've never bothered to get it. Got this today for only $1, and I figured for $1, I'd finally jump on it. Definitely looking forward to checking this out. But the best deal this yard sale was 30 Rock, Season 1 for only $2. They were asking $5, which is already a great deal, but since I hadn't actually ever seen a single episode of this, I've heard good things about the show, but I've never actually bothered to check it out. I asked if they would take 2. They said sure, so I got 30 Rock Season 1 for only $2. Definitely a steal. Definitely a fantastic deal, and I am definitely looking forward to checking this out. So after the yard sales, went to the Quakertown Farmers Market, picked up a lot of great stuff, and the first two things I grabbed were 2 CD soundtracks, the first one being Volume 2 of 54. This soundtrack's pretty good, features mostly a lot of disco, but nothing wrong with that. Love the movie, definitely want to get the soundtrack. Picked it up for $1, that was a great deal. And also for $1 I grabbed the soundtrack to Beverly Hills Cop. This soundtrack is fantastic. Probably one of the best soundtracks I have, love it. I can listen to this all day long and never get tired of it. One of the best things about that movie is the soundtrack. So for $1, very excited to get this. I've listened to it about 3 times already. Since I picked this up, very excited to have this in the collection. And then I picked up 6 DVDs, all for $1 a piece. That was all they were asking, so I got some great stuff for obviously a great deal. The first title I picked up was The Octagon. A complete blind buy, but it does star Chuck Norris. That was good enough for me. Definitely looking forward to watching this one. Then I grabbed No Mercy, a movie that I thought about getting for a while now. I do come across this one here and there, but I've always passed up on it, so for $1, I had to grab it. Then I grabbed Broke Down Palace, a movie that I've wanted to buy for a long time now. Remember seeing this one when it first came out, loved it. I've wanted to get it ever since, but I just never come across it. So for $1, that was a fantastic deal, and I definitely wanted to pick this one up. Then I grabbed Stealing Harvard, another movie that I've been thinking about getting for a while now. Do come across this one used a lot, but once again, never bothered to pick it up. So for $1, definitely wanted to grab it. Then I also grabbed He Got Game, a complete blind buy that I really know nothing about. I do hear it's a pretty decent movie. It is a Spike Lee joint, does star Denzel Washington, and that was a good enough reason for me to get it, especially for only $1. And the last dollar DVD I picked up was Invincible, another movie that I've been passing up for years now, a movie that I've been thinking about getting, but just never bothered to get, so for $1, it was another one I had to get. Then I picked up some $2 DVDs, and the first one was The Odd Couple, and yes, it does say $3 there, but all they wanted was $2 for it. A great deal, a movie I already own on VHS, so I am picking this one up to replace my VHS copy. Very excited to get it. Then I grabbed Delta Force 1, The Lost Patrol. This here came out in 1999, but if you look at it, it looks like something you would see from the early 90s. So I am definitely looking forward to checking this one out. I'm expecting a lot of cheese. This should be a great watch. And the last $2 DVD I picked up was Raising Cain. Another title I'm simply grabbing to replace my VHS copy. For $2, definitely a great deal. Then I picked up 2 VHS tapes, both for 50 cents a piece, and the first one I grabbed was History's Mysteries, Ship of Gold. Absolutely love this History Channel series. It's a great watch. I've been watching it for years now. Always trying to pick up anything I can find from the History's Mysteries series. So this, I have no doubt, will be a fantastic watch. And the second 50 cents VHS tape I picked up was definitely one of the best buys of today, and that was You're in the Super Bowl, Charlie Brown. And the reason why this was so great is because this has only ever been released on VHS. This was only ever released through Shell gas stations. You couldn't get it anywhere else. This will probably never be released on DVD or on Blu-ray because it features the NFL logo, and it also features a bunch of NFL teams' logos as well. Meaning that if somebody like Paramount or Warner Brothers or whomever wanted to put this out on DVD or Blu-ray, they would have to pay royalties to the NFL and to the teams. So this will probably never be released again to DVD or Blu-ray. So finding this for only 50 cents on VHS was a fantastic deal. Then for only $1, I picked up Kellogg's Pop-Tarts Comedy Video, starring Paula Poundstone. This should be a good watch. I do enjoy Paula Poundstone. Also includes a few other comedians, so for $1, definitely a great deal, and also brand new, never opened. Definitely glad I grabbed this one. And then the last 5 VHS tapes I picked up, I got for absolutely free. Once again, the great guys and girls at Video Bonanza offered these up to me for absolutely free. Once again, a fantastic store. If you're ever in the Quakertown area, definitely stop by the Quakertown Farmers Market and visit Video Bonanza. Lots of great video games, lots of great movies, a fantastic store, and here's the titles I grabbed. The first tape I picked up, I actually grabbed because the wife saw it. She picked it up, started laughing at it just because of who it stars and the name, and that was Paternity, starring Burt Reynolds. Best thing about this, never released to DVD, so gotta give credit to my wife. If she hadn't seen this, I probably wouldn't have seen it either, probably wouldn't have picked it up, and I'm very excited to get this on VHS, because like I said, never released to DVD. Then I grabbed Hype, a movie that I'm very excited to check out because I grew up in the grunge rock era. I'm a big fan of grunge music, so this should be a fantastic deal. Best of all, never opened, still sealed. Getting this for free was a great deal. Next I grabbed Rooskies, a movie that was a complete blind buy for me. I had no idea what this was about, but the synopsis sounded pretty good. And the lady at the front counter actually told me this was a great watch, so definitely looking forward to checking this out. Next I picked up Scandalous, another movie that has never been released to DVD here in the States. I do own this one on CED, so I definitely wanted to get myself a VHS copy to go along with my CED copy. Haven't watched it yet, so looking forward to checking it out. And the last tape I grabbed from Video Bonanza was The Sound of Music. This year being from the Rodgers and Hammerstein VHS collection. I do already own this one on VHS, however, my copy isn't the best copy. The case is a little dinged up, whereas all my other Rodgers and Hammerstein VHS tapes are in perfect condition. This here, brand new, never opened, still sealed, so obviously it is in fantastic shape. So now I have the entire Rodgers and Hammerstein collection in great condition. So that's it for what I bought today, so now let's watch.